A long, long time ago, men were strong hunters that put themselves in physical danger just to feed their families or even just to show other men that they are better than them, that they are the best. Men were competitive and they didn't want to be weak. And now look at this generation. All men want to do is be weak, live in comfort, smoke, drink, play video games, waste their youth. They don't care about being the best. They don't care about providing and feeding, their families. This woke, soft generation might ruin mankind for good, but there is a way for us to defeat it, to defeat this comfort, to defeat the weakness that surrounds us today. And that is putting ourselves back into those harsh environments that our ancestors used to be in. This way we will experience that pain, that struggle, that desperation for comfort. Now, this might sound bad from the way I've put it, but in reality it's not, because this is what happened for hundreds of years. We got to remember that it's only the last 50, 60 years life has been more easy and comfortable for the human race. I mean, if living in discomfort was so bad, the human race would be extinct, right? But we're not. Danger is our natural habitat. It's what people need to understand, and it brings out the best of us, whether that's mentally feeling amazing and accomplished or physically feeling much more stronger and more capable of the obstacles in our way. But how do we exactly put ourselves in these, harsh, scary environments? And the answer is simple. Just go outside, take part in outdoor activities that almost put you in that survival instinct mode. And no, I'm not talking about sports. I'm not talking about kicking the ball around. I'm talking about almost risking your life. Let me give you a few examples of what I mean by this. Rock climbing could be a start. Obviously, you're not going to die because you're on a rope. I mean, you could do it without a rope, but obviously, I wouldn't recommend that. But you can still fall with or without a rope. And you don't want to fall. You don't want your ego to be crushed that you couldn't reach that top and other men around you could, right? So you're literally going to do everything in your power to reach that top. You're going to combine all your mental strengths, the discipline, the motivation, the willpower with your physical strengths, your speed, your pain tolerance, your movement to reach that top. After that, you can try camping. Some would say more basic and some would disagree. And I would definitely be in the category of people that disagree with that statement, because camping is a very calculated activity if you take it to the extreme. We're not talking about being in the woods, sleeping in a camper van, right? With endless amounts of food and water to eat and drink. No. Did the cavemen have that? Did they just have shelter built by God and just infinite amounts of food around? No, they didn't have that. They had to go out and find their own food and water. They had to go out and create their own shelter. And most importantly, they had to try and survive. Look at the YouTuber Joe Weller, for example. I don't usually talk about other YouTubers, but this is a really good example. Look at the YouTuber Joe Weller. If you don't know who he is, he's a British YouTuber that has started a new YouTube series where he spends time surviving in dangerous environments with killer animals for multiple days, not just an hour, multiple days. That is a real man, because if he fucks up, he may die. All the thoughts in his head. How am I going to find shelter? How am I going to eat? How am I going to avoid getting bit by a killer spider that can end my life in 5 seconds? All these questions will work and train your brain to think like a genuine, strong, experienced man, just like your ancestors were. And obviously you could use the point of, Joe Weller, he's a YouTuber, right? He's doing it for the money, the fame, the clicks, the numbers. And that might be a bit of the case, right? But at the same time, he's doing that to test himself. There's so many ways, Joe Weller, he's not a small YouTuber. There's so many other types of content he can make and ways he can make money. But no, he chooses to put his own life at risk for obviously his audience, but also to test himself. I bet you whenever he walks down the street and he sees some cocky guy, Joe Weller looks at that guy and goes, I'm better than you because I've done this and you haven't done this. Try surviving a bloody, I forgot how long he survives for in the environments, but let's just say let's just say 3 days, for example. Try surviving 3 days in one of the most dangerous environments in the world. And, that gives Joe Weller that mental strength to do anything in life. And that's what I want, for everyone watching this video. And finally, you can climb a snowy mountain or at least walk up one, because once again, that strategic, calculated mindset comes into play. The thoughts start to come in once again. How am I going to climb up this mountain? How am I going to climb up this mountain safely and not die? You literally become smarter. Your instincts improve. The cold environment around you, coldness is your best friend. If I had the choice, I'd climb a mountain with barely any clothes on. Shoes, shorts, gloves. That's it. No shirt, no fucking puffy coat. Because when I'm cold, I feel alive, I feel manly, I feel better than you. And once you get to the top of that mountain, just like rock climbing, you look around and go, yes, I did what most couldn't. I did what most men are scared to do. And this fuels you for the rest of your life to accomplish everything you've ever dreamed of, because you now have the willpower to rock climb and get to the top. You're now smart enough to survive in harsh environments when camping. You're physically stronger and capable enough to now take discomfort, such as the cold when being in the snow. You can do anything, and that is the message of this video today. Now, if you're watching this video, you're most likely young, so no, I do not expect you to do this just yet, right? This is crazy shit we've covered in this video, and you're not even ready for it, and neither am I. I'm not saying I'm ready. I'm not, this isn't a video to boost my own I've climbed a mountain before. I've camped in dangerous environments. I'm a 16-year-old boy. Obviously, I haven't done this shit, but I will do this shit one day. I will accomplish that hard and mental work, just like thousands of men did hundreds of years ago. And the point of this video is to inspire you to do the same. I want to see you at the top of that mountain with me. Thank you for watching. Take care and peace. Bye-bye.